for another Walk of Femme, and we're consistent this time. See, we posted one video last week, one this week, because KEMPIRE is back. I missed him, you missed the Walk of Femmes, and KEMPIRE and I decided, I know what you're gonna say. Everyone's like, we want one on Selena Gomez. We want a video on I don't remember which other one, on Prince. There's another one that everyone wants us to do. Yes, we'll get to that as soon as possible, but KEMPIRE and I thought that it was important, and there's a reason for this, and KEMPIRE will tell you why in a second. We thought that we were drawn and we were pulled to do this reading on Brittany Murphy, especially now since the documentary is out on Netflix and everyone's been talking about it, but also her energy is very strong and powerful around us, and especially KEMPIRE, because if you don't know this already, KEMPIRE is intuitive. He does pick up energies. He just doesn't do it for a living. And he's still learning, but he's a fast learner and he's really good at it. So, KEMPIRE, do you want to share with everyone what happened?
This is so crazy. So Femme Tarot and I were texting, and we're plotting and planning what's going to be the next Walk of Femme, and we talk about Brittany Murphy. And I've been hearing about this documentary, but the minute we started talking about her, my eyes started to well up, and I said, "Why am I getting so emotional?" I got really excited as I'm talking to you. Well, excited and creeped out at the same time because I never had that before, and I was like, "Okay, Femme, Natalie, I got to tell you what's happening right now. This is so strange," but I instantly knew it was her. I knew it
Yeah,
was her.
because you felt that energy because we were talking about it, and you're like, I feel emotional right now. And I'm like, Kemp, she's there. She's right there. And then I felt her later that evening as well. And I think I told you, if I didn't tell you, I did feel her. And I was like, just like what happened with Whitney, I'm like, you're a week early. Like, come back in a week. We're not recording yet. But yeah, well, I think we both were feeling, because we were talking quite a bit about her for a few days, remember?
Yeah.
We were going back and forth, and so KEMPIRE wanted to watch the documentary before we started doing the Walk of Femme. I haven't, and I didn't, because I don't want to go into this reading biased. I know a bit about Brittany Murphy, how she died and all that story, but I don't know the details, and I'd rather not know them that way. So KEMPIRE watched the documentary last night. Was it last night or today? I think
Last night.
last night. Right. So he made notes like he usually does, and he's ready to ask Brittany Murphy. Now,
Yeah.
before we start, I just want to say that usually before we start these videos, I do feel the spirit of the person that we're reading around me. I don't feel anything yet with her at the moment. We did last week, both of us, but not yet at the moment. But that doesn't mean anything. We'll just warm up and see what comes through, and I'm sure she will come through because she heard me already asking her to come forward. So, right, shall we dive in? And before we do, let me just remind everyone, hey, if you're new here, welcome. This is KEMPIRE, my friend, collaborator. He's got a YouTube channel, podcast, TikTok. He's everywhere. So please subscribe to KEMPIRE and to myself if you haven't already. Like this video because this just shows us how much you love us.
Definitely.
And follow us on social media. Everything is down below, as you can see here on the screen and down the description box. Right. Shall we start?
Yes. So the
Good.
documentary that HBO did on Brittany Murphy was brilliant. It's a two-part documentary. I'm not sure if there's going to be another part that comes out, but a lot of information was provided in the first two parts. And if you've been following the whole Brittany Murphy saga, you know how she died. According to the coroners, there were a lot of speculation. I'm sure you heard all the speculation.
Yeah. Oh,
Did
yeah.
Simon poison her? Was it mold? Well, all of those things were ruled out. According to the coroner, she died from pneumonia and anemia. But what we find out later is very scary in regards to her husband and what he's done to other people. We also found out that he had two children that he was hiding.
No.
I didn't expect that. He was hiding two children. They even interview his mom. His mom seems not complicit. That in denial probably might be a better word.
Mm.
But before we even get into her relationship with Simon, I just want to ask the cards, what was Brittany's Murphy's purpose here? Because she died so young, and she has such a full career ahead of her.
Interesting that you say that because right just before we press record to start this video, where Kim just checked out her star sign and her natal chart.
Yeah.
And we discovered that her what's it called, the sun sign was Scorpio and her moon is Scorpio, and instantly I knew. So it seems to me, and his was Pisces, right? His
Yes, Pisces
sun
with
sign is
Aries moon.
Pisces with Aries moon, right? Which makes him very controlling and dominating as well with that Aries and moon. But as soon as Kim told me that, I told him, I said, "Uh-oh, it sounds like they had a this is like a karmic, this was like a karmic lesson. This had to be done, and they had a contract between them before they came into the world, it sounds to me. So they had open-ended business there, and this is what happened. Now, what I'm getting, I'm starting slowly but surely to receive things. My guides are saying not only did they have a contract, but this was the second exit attempt, which was successful for her to exit and transition.
Wow.
There was another one before that, a few years back,
Before
with
her
her,
relationship with Simon.
before her relationship with Simon. Exactly. But they intervened because the contract says that he has to be somehow involved in this. And without even touching my cards, without even knowing what Kemp is going to ask me, I'm getting answers now, but I'll save them for when you ask me those questions. Right.
Okay.
Right. So the question is, what was the connection?
Well, before we even get into the relationship,
Okay.
she's had a lot of different relationships, but I think probably I asked originally the purpose, and you really kind of
Mm.
cleared up that there was a soul contract there. But maybe if we go further back, because I want to kind of understand her relationship with her mom. Her mom was a single mom. What was that relationship?
Good question. That's a good way to start, actually.
Yeah,
If she has a moon in Scorpio, I bet her mom's Scorpio too.
let's see
I
if we can.
bet you anything.
I'm gonna try and see if we can find her mom's.
Okay, well, you do. Ooh, I had a jumper card, which just how's
Uh,
her relationship
it
with
literally
her
just.
Oh my god. Okay, her relationship with her mom, I had a jumper card. The Eight of Wands. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Intense relationship, I feel.
Oh,
Very intense. I feel communication between them was like they were either bickering, arguing, or they were getting along, but I feel on the scale there were more fights than good moments between them, but I just
yeah.
feel tension, right? Let me just see what else I
Because
pull.
that's one thing in the documentary, you don't necessarily understand their relationship. You just know that Sharon, her mom, Sharon Murphy, is the one raised her. Her father comes in later, but a lot of people
Yeah.
speculated his intention in that regard. And I want to know Brittany's thoughts on him because he didn't really raise her. But you don't really get an understanding of her relationship with her mom. Her mom was living with her and Simon at the time of her death, and then still living with Simon at the time of his death, which was 6 months later.
Which is already odd. But here, now, my cards are completely um uh
Volatile?
no. Like I told you my mind is foggy. Verifying that there was a lot of tension and there was a lot of fighting between her mom. Here's the dad, the King of Cups, another water sign. There's a lot of water among them, right? He's
Mm,
a water sign, the dad. I
mhm.
also feel the reason why he wasn't in her life before that is because of like I feel he was volatile and unstable, maybe drinking a little bit too much, losing control when he was drinking. And then he came on, and I feel that when he came back into her life, this is what I'm being shown, that he came in like, I'm reformed, I've changed, I'm really mellow now, and I'm easy to get along with.
And
This
she's also
is
making money right now.
right.
She started making money at a very young age. When she was on Clueless, she was still in high school.
True, true, absolutely true. Now, who is the psychic here? One of them, Brittany, I was told, she was quite psychic,
Scorpio,
very
Scorpio.
intuitive, and she's a Scorpio, so that makes sense. But I'm being shown that she was very, very, she knew, okay, I'm starting to feel her now. So she's she's a bit apprehensive. She's reluctant, but I'm starting to get her energy. She's my body's starting to get cold and everything, which is the indication. Now, she knew before she died that she was gonna die. It's like she knew. She knew it. She had a feeling. She talked about it with her friends, with her close ones. So if her friends are watching, or if anyone asks them, they can attest to the fact that she was worried that she wouldn't make it to her. I don't remember 30. How old was she when she died?
30 feet.
35. I was going to say 35, 35 or 40, right? She had like that feeling about it that
Mhm.
she wasn't gonna. But now regarding her mom, because we're talking about relationship with the mom.
Yeah.
Seven of Swords. She did not trust her mom. I can tell you that.
Mhm.
She didn't she had a very weird, complicated with her mom relationship with her mom. As I told you, I feel a lot of tension and everything, but at the same time there was a codependency there. But
Mhm.
she didn't trust her mom,
Wow.
right? Because her mom, I feel she's sneaky. She does things behind people's back. She's very much about herself.
Mm.
All about her. That's what I'm getting. And it was her mom who made the decisions for her. Her mom convinced Brittany that she knew what was best for her daughter, and she wouldn't allow her daughter to make decisions. Even if Brittany opposed what her mom would say, she would go with it because her mom was very I have a very strong domineering energy about her mom.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was very complicated and toxic relationship there.
Can we talk about her career?
Mhm.
Did she really want to do this, or was this at the pressure of her mom? Because in the documentary, they made it seem as if Brittany really wanted to do this, but her mom wasn't a heavy influence on it. But based on what you're saying, if her mom was making all of these decisions, I wouldn't surprise me that Brittany may have wanted to do it, but maybe her mom really wanted her to do it to make money.
To make money in general, like for her career, you mean?
Mhm.
Let's see. So what her mom thought of her career or how.
Yeah. Because even in the documentary, they talk about how she started and then how she's really tried to conform her body and her image to what Hollywood expected. So she lost a lot of weight, and she changed the color of her hair.
I don't think she won. I think for I'm getting 3, so I would say 3 years before she died. I feel that she was at a crossroads and she wanted to change careers. She wanted out, actually.
Wow.
That is what I'm getting. She had other ideas. She wanted to do different things. She didn't want to stay in the film industry. And she was talking to people. She had ideas. She wanted to move. She also wanted to move maybe state,
Wow.
city. She had plans, but her mom is very good at manipulating and really like gave her like a guilt trip.
Mm,
Everything that Brittany wanted to do for herself, her mom gave her a guilt trip for it.
wow.
So she was ready to exit the film industry and change her career, change things around for herself. She worked hard, but I don't. She worked hard for the money. I don't know how much of that money she was able to keep for herself. I feel that there were a lot of people around her, and they were all taking a piece of that. So
Mm,
she wasn't a rich woman, you know. So it was these decisions were hard to make for her because she was relying on so many people, and her mom made her feel that without her mom that she would be taken advantage of by other people, by the film industry, if that makes sense.
mm. So it's so interesting that what you're saying, because then this guy Simon Monjack comes in And seems as if, based on this documentary, like he's the puppeteer. He's now controlling the money, and now he's controlling everything in her career.
He controlled everything. He was a narcissist. So here's the because I got the ace of I pulled it before you even said that about Simon. So everything changed for her when she met him. It's almost like she saw him like a messiah. He's gonna come into my life. Things are gonna change.
And she married him very quickly.
She married very because she felt that he made her feel that he was gonna protect her, that he was gonna have her back, and that she would be able to, in a way, get rid of her mom from meddling with her business and her life, because that's what she wanted. She wanted a way out, but she was in a vulnerable state. She wasn't that strong for her to do it on her own. She needed that support. And when she met Simon, he made her feel that he was that support and that she would be able to make changes in her life. But I just heard those were not his intentions. He made her feel that way. He was very manipulative. He knew exactly how to, as you said, like string her along, control her and direct her towards where he wanted her to go, not where she wanted. She couldn't see it in the beginning. That's what she's saying, because she's here, but she's still sort of quite far away, but I can still hear her. And
Yeah.
that's what she's saying, that she was in love. She didn't want to see it. And she just wanted to sort of, cut the umbilical cord with her mom in
Mhm.
every sense of the way. And sort of she kind of like latched onto him, and he took advantage of that.
Before we dig deeper into that relationship, a question's coming up in my mind
Hmm.
because it's a question that is posed in the documentary about her relationship with Ashton Kutcher. So as you said, she's a
Oh,
Scorpio. So her relationship, she's gone through a lot of different relationships. She's been engaged multiple times before she married Simon Monjack. But her relationship, a very public relationship with Ashton Kutcher, they sort of try to get to why did this relationship fall apart, and they don't have a clear answer. And even one of her friends that was interviewed in it has refused to answer that question. What happened
really?
to Ashton Kutcher?
Okay, let's find out. Ashton Kutcher was like a brother to her. That's what she told me. So they had a very interesting relationship. So they had a lot of fun together. She was into him. She was into him. She really liked him. But at the same time, there was this very weird chemistry between them where they acted like siblings towards each other. They were so comfortable with each other that they almost became siblings. And this is kind of what happened and brought everything to a halt, you know, to end. Um, but let me just pull some cards.
'Cause, yeah, in an interview, she said that it was a mutual decision
Yes,
for a breakup.
that's what I feel.
Wow.
It wasn't like no one broke anyone's heart. It was just that it wasn't romantic. It wasn't in that sense. They were so comfortable with each other. They were like, as I said, siblings. So it just didn't work out that way, because that's not what they wanted from each other. But let me just pull let me see
What the cards say.
what the cards say, what she's showing me through the cards,
Mhm.
because she's not that strong yet. Yeah, she was just like definitely, and she was going through depression at the time. So it was hard. It was really hard because that was the time when Ashton Kutcher's career was sort of like, propelling. And she was going through depression, emotional um situation there. And why do I get the justice? Mm, did they have like a marriage annulled or anything that we don't know about?
Well, then you're saying we don't know about because we don't
Yeah, that's true. Why am I
know. I'm like, wait, I don't know.
asking? Oh dear. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, there were a lot of ups. Okay, let's go back to their just sort of their dynamic and the energy around them. There were a lot of ups and downs with them. So they would play hard, but they would also fight hard. As I said, sibling, like imagine how you are with a brother or sister where you get along, but at the same time, when you fight, it goes hard and it goes like you hurt each other with your words, right? This is what I feel with them. Now, I don't know what the hell you're trying to say here, but maybe there were talks about marriage, doing it secretly. Um, Yeah, there were plans at some point. There hasn't been a marriage that was annulled. I take that back. But I do feel there were talks at some point about maybe getting married secretly or something like that.
Okay. Huh. Because even in
Yeah.
the documentary, they said that, because I said, she's been engaged multiple times and that she really did want to get married.
She did. She's a Scorpio, okay? And also, like, Scorpios are very emotional. They want this emotional stability because they are not emotionally stable. So,
As we say this in Scorpio season. Sorry, Scorpios.
hey guys, I can shade Scorpios. My moon is Scorpio, so I
I
know
was
better
raised
than
with a
anyone.
Scorpio, so I know.
Well, there you go. So there you go. Oh, by the way, I had a reading with someone, and someone said, "Oh, I wanted to say before we started the reading." She's like, "I want to tell you that I'm a Gemini. I know you and KEMPIRE shade us, but I just wanted you to know before we start."
We shade all the signs.
That's what I said.
Equal
I'm like,
opportunity shading.
it was your month last month. This month, it's Capricorns.
Oh, it's this month is Capricorn. I was going to say it's Scorpio. Scorpio
And
season.
Scorpios too. Scorpios too. Yeah. So back to them. So yeah, I do feel it was mutual. It wasn't there. They couldn't fulfill each other
Yeah.
in the sense that like normal couples do.
Okay. All right. So there really wasn't this deep romantic connection.
No, there wasn't. No. They were comfortable with each other. They had fun. But I feel more of this. I feel more of this. Puppy love, not even puppy love, but I feel like, like children, like high school children, they're in a relationship the way they are, like they laugh a lot, they play a lot, and the next minute they're all over each other. That's what I get. It wasn't deep.
Yeah. So
And that
what made Brittany decide that when she's met Simon Monjack, they actually met reportedly, um, having a business meeting. They were having a business meeting. She had just got back from doing a film. I believe she was in Japan. I know she was abroad, and she came back and she had a meeting scheduled with him. And ever since that meeting, they were inseparable.
Oh
What
wow.
happened at that meeting, Brittany?
Oh, interesting. What did he do? Was he a manager? I don't
He
remember
was
what
a
he.
writer director, and he lied a lot. That's what we found out. He lied a lot to a
Mm,
lot of different people.
Pisces.
It's true though, Pisces men.
hmm
Pisces women, not so much. Pisces men, y'all shady AF.
Wait for those comments now down below.
It's
Uh,
true. It's right. You pointed out and say, "Ugh, why didn't I know that? I know quite a few Pisces men even dated.
well, there you go.
Shady. I would never do it again." But one of the things that we find out in this documentary, and you know what, I want to ask Brittany too. Did she know about his other kids? Because no one else knew.
We'll
He had
get to that.
two
Hold on.
other
I'm still
kids.
asking that first
All right,
question.
you're ready
Hold
to
on.
do it.
Oh my God. I'm being shown that meeting. I
Oh,
can see it. I can see it. Yeah, that was, when did she suffered from depression. Almost to the point, I feel not bipolar, but manic depressive, I'm gonna say.
mm,
Because I keep getting that energy and I keep pulling those cards. Page of Cups here and the Hermit. What happened in that meeting? He told her exactly. He knew what to say in order to impress her, that's for sure. He promised her a lot. Like, he promised her business, work, money, everything, because I have that Page of Cups there. Because she was young when they met. She must have been quite young. I don't know the age. And then I tell you, I feel like narcissist. Yeah, he promised that he's gonna make her a bigger star, that she could eventually like win an Emmy or an Oscar. That's like, like the typical Hollywood meeting where you meet a guy who's charming, he charms you, and then he's like, listen, I believe in you. I can see the potential in you. Your team is awful right now because you could do better movies, bigger movies, blah, blah, blah. But he wanted her to cut out a lot of people from her life.
And she did.
He wanted from day one, and she did. From day one, because you know what? She was blinded. She wanted to be the star. And that's what he promised.
It's funny because there was a person in this documentary that talks about that relationship, and they already knew the type of guy that he was, and they were trying to end the relationship, but she wasn't listening to anyone, and they thought if by exposing it on someone like Perez Hilton or the blogs that she would you know get out of the relationship, but she didn't.
Her mom, by the way, because while you were talking, this is what I was told. Her mom liked him from day one. Her mom, she was apprehensive, she's telling me, when she met him. She was like, I met a lot of like guys like him, blah, 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 too
Usually,
much, you know? But her mom liked him. She saw something in him. And her mom is the one that brought them together, by the way. Just saying.
wow.
This is what I'm getting. Yeah. It's like almost like
She
my
met him
daughter.
first.
Hmm?
Sharon Murphy met Simon Monjack first.
She was in the meeting. That's what I'm getting. Because I see her. I literally see the room. I see how they're dressed. She's there.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me just see,
When
Judge.
he's talking to Brittany, he's also manipulating the mom.
I feel that the mom saw from the start what I'm getting is that the mom saw from the start she liked Simon because she saw what a character, to put it politely and nicely, he was. Okay. And she knew that if so by kind of like letting Brittany go out of her control, out of her, let's say, um control, and going to someone else who had the same ideas and thought the same way like her, like the mom, that Brittany would be able to really blossom even more and become even more famous, etc. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The mom encouraged this relationship. Brittany, when she met him, she didn't really want to go into it. It's not like she fell over head over heels for him when
Mm.
she first saw him. So when
I mean,
you're
have you
telling
seen
me
this?
that. Hmm?
Have you seen him?
I have seen him. Yeah, I've seen him. But I was surprised because you said they married pretty soon, like a few months
I don't
later.
know the exact timing of it, but it was very quickly.
Yeah, it was very quickly, and I feel that that was because the mom was kind of like pushing her to do that. I don't feel that she was that into him in the beginning. It
Mm.
was almost like she was under his spell. That's what she said. I heard the word. I heard the word. I can't say it. Spell. Like I'm under his spell. She was under his spell after that.
Wow.
It's really weird what I'm getting. Um, she was very insecure. Very insecure. She was a little girl. She was a little girl trapped in a 30-something-year-old body, by the time she crossed over. So she had a lot of issues there that she never worked on.
Can we dig into those issues? Because you've mentioned depression multiple times, and a lot
Yeah.
of people assumed when she passed away at 32 that maybe drugs were involved. The columnists have said it was anemia and pneumonia, that she was walking around with pneumonia for quite some time. She also looked very skinny, so people also assumed that she may have had an eating disorder. I would love to see if we could clear up some of that. Was it depression? Was it an eating disorder? Was it drugs?
So while I was shuffling, she was saying she was taking different drugs like Xanax and different like uppers and downers and stuff like that. That was because I don't know. I'm assuming from what she's saying that around when she died, was she filming? Oh, she was about to film, but I feel she was very busy. It was a very busy time for her. The
She had
time that,
just been kicked off a film because she wasn't able to perform.
and that's why and that's why she was going through a very busy, very stressful period, and she was like overdoing it with the uppers and downers. So she was taking uppers to be able to work, and then downers to be able to sleep, and then she wasn't eating. Yeah, she wasn't eating. She's saying, yes, I wasn't eating. I wasn't anorexic, but I was under immense stress. I was very busy, and because I was on all sorts of drugs, I didn't want to eat. My
Mm.
appetite was suppressed. That was it. Um,
Was he feeding them to her? These pills?
I'm trying to get into the hole now because I'm trying. You know what I'm trying to see now? I'm kind of getting like a bird's eye view of her home
Oh
when
my gosh.
when
Wait till
she
you watch the documentary.
died. I'm gonna watch it after this.
Yes. Because
Oh,
if you look into the home, I know you're
yeah.
about to describe it, it was almost like a hoarder's paradise.
Yeah, it seems to be very dark, very echoey. I feel like tall ceilings. It's echoey. It's sort of spooky, dark. There's a lot of like tiles on the floor. Just the bath. I can see the bathroom where they found her.
Mm.
And so the question was whether he was feeding her. So I'm trying to see what's going on. So I read. Even before we started the video, as soon as I picked up my deck, I saw red wine. Red wine. I'm like, what's the significance of red wine? And now I know what the significance. There was red wine. I don't know if that was shown in the documentary, but there was red wine they found in her bedroom, I think,
Mm.
or his study, because there was a study. He had a study right next to the bedroom. I see, and that was his room. Like that's where he did business. He had a lot of moments where he would lock that door and he would do his own thing and he wouldn't let her go in. And I feel that that study or that room, that was his space. He wouldn't allow anyone to go in, not even to clean it, not even the housekeeper or the cleaner.
Mm.
Now, what he did there, he didn't take drugs. He himself, I don't feel that he had a drug addiction problem.
Mm.
Okay. But certainly I'm trying to see whether it was him. He wasn't feeding her, like putting it in her food and stuff like that, but he was definitely encouraging her to keep taking drugs,
Mm.
drugs. She was mixing all sorts of things. And then there was the wine. He was also encouraging her to drink because I feel there was some kind of mental health situation there because what I'm getting and what she's showing me is like she would have moments where she would have these outbursts, you know, like these like emotional outbursts. She would scream. She might, I see her shaking, like having physical reactions to things. And he would feed her wine, red wine specifically. Now, this is okay. This is what I heard. I heard that she was somewhat allergic to tannins or like to red wine. And he knew that because if she had more than a glass of red wine, she would get sick. She would get really drunk, very sick. Her hangovers were horrible. She would be, throwing up, being like violently sick because that's how it affected her body. And there was an open bottle of red wine in
Mm.
her bedroom. So he would feed her wine to keep her sort of calm when she had these like outbursts. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to describe what I'm seeing and
Yeah.
feeling. It's not easy. Okay, so you want to know? Hold on. Let's see what she's gonna say. Let's see what she's gonna say. Ooh, jumper card. Thank you, Brittany. Queen of Pentacles. He was jealous of her.
Mm.
Jealous. He didn't start off being jealous of her, but as I said before, she wanted out of the film industry. He wouldn't let her. Her mom wouldn't let her either because obviously they were all making money off of her, you know? Um, Now, and the thing is, he was jealous. He was jealous that if, because she was a breadwinner, she was, I don't know if he was a screenwriter, whatever, but I can
He
tell you
didn't have
now,
any
he
money.
was broke AF. All
He
right.
stole from her.
Really?
He stole from her. They found out after the fact. The mom in the
Yeah.
documentary, find out the mom thought that all these jewels that he was buying and bringing home, like he had all these little big jewelry. When she went to go sell the jewelry after he died, she found out that it was all fake. That he had spent $3 million in a span of 3 years. That's when we also find out that he had two kids.
Oh,
The
we'll get.
publicist that was involved with them after her passing said that he only knew about one kid. They told him during this documentary, "Oh, there's a second kid that was in Paris." And this woman was interviewed as well, and she reveals how this narcissistic personality that he had, and how he broke her heart to the point where she almost killed herself.
That's his part.
It's a very dark hole that you fall
It
into in this story.
it's very dark because with him, I feel that on one hand, he wanted her to be famous. He wanted her to make money. He wanted her to be powerful. He wanted all that. He wanted to be by her side for that. On the other hand, he didn't. He was jealous of it. He felt like he would lose control of her if she blew up, or if she changed direction, or she changed careers. So it's very sort of like schizophrenic almost, what I feel with this energy. This woman, this poor Brittany, and now I'm feeling her closer because she just gave me a hug. Um, he took a vulnerable, wounded, I'm going to keep calling her a little girl because that's the energy I'm getting, a little girl energy. And he destroyed it. He destroyed her dreams. He destroyed her aspirations, herself, her confidence, everything. This is her. And yes, he controlled the money too. And she didn't know Ace of Cups. She trusted him. She believed him. She believed he was such a charmer and he was such a good liar. She believed everything she said. Although, as I said before, she was psychic, she was intuitive, and she was constantly fighting against her intuition.
Mm.
Hence why she started taking drugs as well and having these outbursts. It doesn't look good. Doesn't look. I feel bad for her. Her last few years were horrible for her. I'm kind of getting Britney Spears vibes in a sense with Britney. Similar vibes a little bit.
Yeah.
She was alone. She also, like Britney, her dad and her mom manipulated and controlled Britney. Brittany Murphy, her mom. Her dad was just a bum, basically. He was just a bum in nice clothes. Like he was just, sorry, he was a loser. Um, I'm just calling it as it is. What I'm getting, and honestly, I'm getting Britney's energy, and she's hyped up. That's why you see me hyped up right now. I have this energy. She's like a little girl. She speaks really fast. She's got like more of a high toned voice, and she speaks in a very high manner, and she's quite manic around me. Okay, and this is excitement. This is how she got when she was excited. That's why I think that she had an underlying mental health issue that wasn't treated, and it
Mm.
was treated through Adderall, Xanax, whatever, Valium, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Um,
There were so many pills found at, when she passed. There were so many pills, and not just pills in her name, but pills in multiple different names through different pharmacies.
okay, Brittany just said when you said that it was a setup. What we saw was a setup. Doesn't mean that there weren't pills involved, but that was a setup.
All those pills.
Yeah, he staged it.
Simon Monjack.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I'm getting I'm I'm getting ahead of myself or you because I'm asking her, did he kill you? Like what happened? Like, or was it an accident? What happened?
What happened that day?
Look what I pulled, the angel card, the guardian card, the guardian angel card when I asked that question. Well, he didn't kill her as in choked her, like physically did something to her. She got sick physically. She wasn't eating. She had pneumonia. She was on all sorts of stuff. She had drunk red wine, which affects her really badly. And she started being sick. Physically, she started shaking. That's what I'm getting. Was she in the tub? Because I see her in the bathtub. She tried climbing out.
Well, according to what they're saying, that she was, I believe, according to documentary, she was not. uh, Simon in the video footage they show says that she was on this like couch. So if she's saying that this was all a setup, maybe he moved her.
Because this is what I see. I'll tell you exactly what I see. She was in the bathtub. She tried to come out because she wasn't feeling well. She was feeling like her whole body was becoming clammy and cold, and she was physically sick. She came out. She screamed for him. Simon, come help me. I need some help. He took his bloody time. She was still in the bathroom. He came in. He saw her state. And what she's saying is he just didn't do anything to help her. He just let her die.
I want to point something out during the 911 call where the mom is hysterical and they're giving him instructions on how to do CPR. And the operator is saying, do it faster, because he's just doing it, you know, at his own pace. And the operator is saying, no, do it faster.
Wow. Wow. Because that's what she's saying. She's like, he took his bloody time. He ignored her screams on purpose, and then he walked in. She's like, help me, I'm not well. He's like, what's wrong? He gave her a towel, but he didn't do anything. She was not in a good state. He did nothing to help her. It's almost like I feel like he was I feel like a sadistic energy about him. Almost like he has a smirk on his face and just enjoying watching his wife basically die in front of his eyes. I'm getting really hyped up about it. I just don't like what I'm getting. I don't like this guy. You better stay away, Simon, from here. But because I feel I see him creeping right here. He's around because he knows we're talking about him and he wants to come and defend himself. I'm not going to give him that chance. Forget it, because I want Brittany to have her chance. He let her die. He didn't kill her, but he let her die. That's the answer. That's what she's saying.
Wow. And where was her
Wow.
mom?
He called her. He called her. I see him picking up the phone. Instead of calling the police first, he called her mom. Or the ambulance. Sorry, not the police. The ambulance.
Mhm.
He called her mom. Isn't that
Her mom
weird?
wasn't originally there? Or she somewhere else in the house, maybe?
She could have been, but she wasn't there, like on that floor or in that room. She could have been somewhere else. I don't feel her physical presence right there. No. No, I don't. But I do see him calling her though. Whether she was in the house and he called her in from another room, I can't tell you for sure. I'm gonna ask Brittany to tell me. She was there. She was there, but she wasn't in the room. So she was there. Really interesting. Where was she? Different part of the house.
Different
That's what I'm
thing.
getting. That's what I'm getting. Different part of the house. Yeah. Interesting. Did anyone check his study? Did anyone check his stuff? There's a lot of because she's showing me that he had a cupboard that he always had locked. So he was the only one who had the key. No one knows well, maybe the police know now, but there was something there that she didn't even know. Like he was very private about stuff.
Mm.
He was very mysterious.
Yeah, so much so. Okay, goes back to my question. Did Brittany know that he had 2 other children?
Okay, let's go back to that question. Right. Wow, I'm shocked. Wait, what were those? Did he have those children out of wedlock or were they affairs? Like
Well, they were
his
before
girlfriend?
Brittany. They were definitely before Brittany. I don't know if he was in other relationships, but he had 2 other children.
Wow. Oh God. Can you imagine? 4 kids. Okay, Brittany. She knew of one. A boy.
Hmm.
That's what she's saying. He'd said something, but he was very nonchalant about it. He kind of mentioned it to her at one point, but she didn't know about two. She knew about one. But he gave her a story that it was the mom of this child that didn't want him to have anything to do with it. Just he wanted to be part of their life. So he gave her a story, and she bought it. She went with it. She forgot about it
Mm.
because he was like, I don't know where my child is. I have no idea. She won't talk to me. My ex, what's it called, baby mama, is not talking to me. She's not around, whatever. And they kind of like brushed it off, but she had no idea of the two.
Mm.
But of the boy, I see boy. I heard boy.
I believe the second one, the publicist did, I think he knew of a girl, but then the second one was a boy in Paris.
Okay, so she probably knew of that boy in Paris. Wow, 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 wow. What can I say? I'm getting like, I'm in an aggressive mood right now. I'm just getting I'm getting agitated by the whole energy because I wish someone was there to protect Brittany. Okay? This girl needed protection. Her mom didn't do it. Her mom basically handed her off to the devil. That's what she did. And her mom knew what she was doing. The culprit here, guys, is her mom.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
So there were multiple interviews that the mom and Simon ended up doing. Most legendary, a very odd interview with, I believe it was with Larry King on CNN. Was the mom on drugs? Because based on what I see in this interview, she seems very odd, and she also
Definitely.
seems very controlled by Simon in this interview. So my first question is: was the mom on drugs? And what was her relationship with Simon? Because there were a lot of tabloids that say that
The
after
mom.
Britney's
Mhm.
death, that they got into a relationship.
Yeah, I heard that rumor. That was circulating a
That
lot.
was a very
Yeah.
popular rumor.
Yeah, her mom was definitely on something.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
seemed like it.
With that Queen of Cups water sign. For me, when I get the Queen of Cups, it's not so much drugs, but it's I would say more alcohol or a mix of alcohol and antidepressants or a mix of alcohol with something else.
Mm,
But not like hardcore drugs, if you
okay.
know what I mean. So she was definitely on something. Her mom was also narcissist. Like, I feel narcissistic traits from her because she always worried about what other people are going to say, how other people are going to view me, what impression I'm going to give. It was all about me, 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 and not her daughter, if you know what I mean.
Mm,
Her daughter, Brittany, was an extension to her. She didn't see Brittany as an individual. She saw Brittany as an extension of herself.
mm,
And she lived her aspirations and dreams through Brittany, and that's why she was controlling her so much.
mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. She was working behind the scenes. What a piece of work. Now, I want to ask about whether those two did have an affair, right? Because that was shocking when we found out.
Yeah.
When the rumors were going around, anyways. What's wrong with me today? I'm like,
Hey, Brittany.
Scorpio energy.
That's true. A double Scorpio.
Double
Scorpio
Scorpio.
sun, Scorpio moon.
When is her birthday? Should be around now then.
My God, so this is perfect timing. Brittany, happy birthday. Her birthday is this
What?
Wednesday, the
Was
10th.
Wednesday. On the 10th.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Brittany. Maybe that's why I'm getting all this like
Mm.
tension. Happy birthday, Brittany. Oh, she just brought a cupcake with a candle on it. She's like, happy birthday to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, don't
oh, Brittany. She's got it.
You
She's
know,
got.
the other question I have to ask is, ever since Michael Jackson reading that we did, and I'm sure you'll link that in the description of this video.
Yeah.
And don't forget to like the video, guys, because I know you're enjoying it. And oftentimes, the things that we enjoy, we forget to like. So be sure to like the. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, Kemp, help me.
Uh oh. Okay, explain.
Oh no. So I was asking about the mom and Simon, whether they had a relationship. The first one was hermit. Lips are sealed. Things that are happening behind closed doors. And then I have the two of cups, guys. Something did happen between those two.
Was it before or after her death?
Good question. Good question.
I'm here. You read the cards, I read them for filth.
So true. That's why we're the perfect team. After.
Okay.
Death card. I mean, you don't need to read tarot or to be a medium after death.
Can I ask a question?
Yes. Oh my
Who
god.
pursued who?
Who? What? What?
Who pursued who? The reason why I say that is because that will make a big difference in this story.
Jumper card. I got the Knight of Wands. What's the mom? Is she a fire sign if it's the mom?
She's not important enough for them to make something
It's
on
the
her.
mom. I can tell you. We know he's a Pisces. It's the mom.
Oh yeah. A mom pursued him.
Yeah. She probably was like, all like, hey, Simon, you're probably lonely today. Let me bring you some red wine and Xanax.
Wow.
Oh my God. Hold on. Let me pull one more card. Brittany, help me out here. She's like, nope.
Would you want to know about your parents and somebody else?
That's
I
what
hear
she's
you, Brittany.
saying. That's what she's saying. Ooh, illusions, 8 of Cups. 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups. So there were emotions there. So it wasn't just like a physical thing. Was she obsessed with him? She was obsessed with him. She's saying that. Brittany's saying it, not me. She's not obsessed, infatuated.
Hmm.
I tell you, Brittany, for her mom, was an extension. She was living through Brittany. Brittany was out of the picture. Sorry for saying it that way, Brittany. She was out of the picture. She jumps in and fills in for her. It's
Mhm.
sick. It's weird. It's friggin' weird, people. The
Wow.
wheel, I tell you. I
Wow.
hope that was wrong, but it's not.
It was right. That was the rumors, but now the cards has spoken. Okay, we have to talk about his passing because
Okay.
yeah, we have to talk about how because they always say it was eerie how he died 6 months later
I
and he
know.
died of the same thing, pneumonia.
I know, right?
So what really happened in his passing and was the mom involved?
By the way, Britney's for whatever reason, she's saying I never smoked. I didn't smoke. I don't know why she's saying that.
There's a picture of her smoking.
She didn't smoke when like the last few years.
Oh.
So I don't know.
What
I
else?
don't know why she's saying that. That's what I heard. So I don't know what she's trying to say there.
Guys, we rely on you because sometimes you pick up things that we are not picking up on, and Brittany's putting the information out there for someone to comment below.
And sometimes when we do these, and then I have people under in the comments, they're like, "How do you know that?" And that's not true. And I'm like, "Wait and see, guys. I'm not making this up. We're not making this up. I'm literally a valid. I am uh energy reader, psychic, and medium. And if I pick up stuff, and if spirit tells me to say stuff, I will say it. It might not make sense to you now, but maybe down the road, maybe in a year from now, information about some of the people that we've done readings on comes out. And then the reading that we've done and some of the information that I've given you makes sense. So don't jump the gun every time. You're like, that's wrong, that's wrong. I'm not saying that I'm never wrong. Well, I'm practically never wrong. But I'm just, I'm just saying, if I don't know the answer to something, and KEMPIRE can attest to that, I'm gonna say I don't know. It's not clear. I'm not getting that information. I'm not gonna make it up just to make it up.
And there's a reason why they're not providing the information for you.
Yeah, and it applies for private readings when I do it. And some people want to know about something specific and nothing's coming through. And I'm like, you still have work to do before we get that answer because things can change. We change our future. Nothing is set in stone.
Yeah.
So
What happened with his death? What really happened?
okay.
He said that he didn't do drugs, but they're also
I
saying
don't I
the
don't
current
feel drugs though.
there were some stories that they told, in the documentary where it seemed as if he may have been on something, and who knows, maybe it was alcohol.
I don't pick it up. I mean, I don't pick that was the cause of death.
No, yeah.
Because that's what I'm asking now. Like, what happened? How did he die? What was the cause of death? And if you're hearing a snoring, it's not spirit. It's my dog down there. He's tiny, but he snores like a man. So like a full grown man. Definitely, I'm picking up something fishy. Okay, so it wasn't normal. I don't even believe the pneumonia story. Okay.
Mm.
How did both get pneumonia? How did both get pneumonia and not know they have pneumonia? With pneumonia, normally you have you don't need to have a cough when you have pneumonia, but you get some kind of symptom. You get a high fever, you're not eating, you're not well, you're
Not feeling well, and there were reports that Brittany wasn't feeling well, but why didn't she go to a doctor? Because they could have saved her. That was what the documentary was saying. If she had went to a doctor, they would have seen it in a scan, and they would have been able to save her.
yeah, antibiotics. It's not clear. I'm getting really weird stuff right now.
Mm.
He's here, so he's kind of blocking me, but Brittany's around, and I'm trying to get the information via her because I don't trust him. He's a cocky bastard.
Mm.
I can tell you
Yikes.
that much. We're gonna get so much flack for that. Hold on. Let me try to dig in. I don't know. There was something else. That was, did they do toxicology on him? Because I feel that he may have also taken drugs, some kind of
Mm.
medication or drugs there. That's what I'm getting.
We can move on though, because
Hold on, no. I'm persistent. I want to
oh,
know.
'cause
I want to know.
part of us like we don't really care about him.
No, but I want to know because it does feel fishy to me. And he was a narcissist. He wouldn't. Oh, magician, the magician. The magician just popped out. The magician just popped out. The dude. Something fishy there. I'll tell you that I'm not getting. Look, my hair is going. I'm going crazy. I'm getting his energy. I'll tell you this. It's not crystal clear how he died, but I can tell you. He didn't die. Pneumonia wasn't exactly the cause. He might have had pneumonia, but that's not what killed him. Something else fishy, something else dark underneath is happening with him. Now, I'm gonna pull one more card. All right. Bloody knew it. Okay. I haven't remember. Look, so we've had several readings on several celebrities, and we've picked up a dark energy cult.
God, don't tell me that we're back there.
We are back there with this guy. He was involved in something dark as well. He was trying, and you know what? It was just conjuring fame, money, manifesting all that, but through darkness rather than through light.
Mm.
And the sun here, he's hot. Something with his heart.
Yes. Sorry.
A cold one, a made of marble. Heart, I feel was more of a heart attack caused by something. So it wasn't the pneumonia. But he was also, I get a very dark energy around him. In the beginning, I'm going to come out and say really honestly, while I was pulling out the cards, I kind of had the feeling that it might have been someone wanted him out. But I pushed that feeling away because the cards were not showing me that. But now I'm not so sure. I think the cards are not taking me there, but spirit is.
Mm. I kind of had the thought myself. I was like, did someone from that group that he was involved in
Yes.
decide you're no longer useful to us?
Yes. He knew some stuff. I feel there was going to be, because the focus was so much on them and on him, especially because everyone thought he was, we all felt he was a suspect, and he was, so they wanted him out. Maybe he was blackmailing, I don't know, but I'm just getting that up till that point, everything was working for him. Things were going according to plan. And then suddenly, not so much. And then I feel hot. So maybe they gave him something. Maybe he ingested something unbeknownst to him that stopped his heart and made it look like natural causes.
Wow. Wow.
Because there are ways to do that, right? So
This will probably be in part 3 of this documentary. Okay. Um, what about
right.
the mom? Was she there? Was Sharon Murphy there at the time of his passing?
He's pissed off. My ear just popped, and it's like right now it's ringing my right ear. Like that's how intense that energy is right now here. I know what you're thinking. You're like, turbulent. I knew you'd do that.
I'm not playing with these spirits.
Oh, all everything. I'm gonna take everything on me. No, it's okay. I can protect myself. He can't intimidate me. He doesn't have a body. I do.
The shade. And even the body he had was all right, no body shaming. It's all right.
All right. What was the question? I lost it because I had
Was
the
the mom where was the mom at the time of his passing? Because they were
of Simon's.
yeah.
Good question.
I kind of want to know what is she doing today? Because based on the documentary, she had to sell everything. She only had what was left in Brittany's savings account and her pension, because all the jewelry and everything like that was fake. And he spent $3 million in 3 years.
With him? Because
Well,
look what I got. The King of Cups. For me, King of Cups is someone like a love interest, like someone like a new um someone that you're into, or you just start a relationship with, and you're in the honeymoon period. And then I got the Two of Cups again, and then the Page of Wands. I feel that she was there, she was around, she was around the vicinity.
mm, where is she today? How is
Now
she?
there she is. This is her card, Queen of Cups. There she is. Yeah.
How is she today though? Is she okay?
Do you care?
But I kind of, what I do care about. I want to know, like,
I know you can.
no, I mean, I care, but you know what I mean. But I want to know, where is she today? Like, where's her headspace today? Is she in a better place? Is she broke? I know she sold all of Britney's clothes and things like that in the home.
I'm someone's helping her from the family, I feel, but I see her in a home, care home or home, an institution, because Brittany just showed me. But she's being taken care of by family member, relatives. I think they're paying for her or just taking care of her. But she's not well. She's alone.
Wow.
That's all.
Well, I have to ask the question.
Okay.
Ever since the Michael Jackson one, and I asked, where's Michael now? Did he reincarnate and come back? And you told me no, he's still there doing work on the other side. Has Brittany Murphy reincarnated and come back?
No, she's on the other side. She hasn't reincarnated yet, for sure. Um, But I'm going to ask her if she's planning to or what's the deal. She's saying not yet, but when she does, it's going to be very different, like a very, very different life.
Makes
She
sense.
she wants to come back as a boy, as a man. And did you know? Well, you probably how would you know? Or how would anyone know? She just told me that she has a baby brother on the other side. Her mom got pregnant when she was younger before Brittany and had a baby which died.
Mm.
And she didn't know about that until she crossed over and she met her little brother.
Wow.
Right? Isn't that fascinating? Because her mom never told her. She only found out when she crossed over because he was there to meet her.
Oh,
Crazy. Cute as well. So she's with her brother too. They meet from time to time. And she says she wants to come back as a boy. She feels that she wants to come back and do something meaningful and help the world. And she feels that she won't be able to do it as well if she comes back as a girl than as a man. And that's the sad truth. That's the sad truth,
mm.
unfortunately. So,
Can we end this on this? And we can ask Brittany this. What is the message that she wants the world to know that she was not able to say?
she's saying ask for help. Ask for help. If something is not right, if someone is not treating you right, if you feel that things are not going right around you, don't keep it in. Don't try to make sense of it. Ask for help. Open up. That's what she says that was her mistake. She never really opened up to friends, or she didn't have close girlfriends. She was pretty much isolated from the world. She was working constantly, and when she wasn't working, she was at home, she was recovering, she was recuperating. So she says, ask for help. I never got that help, you know? And I always went against my intuition. And that's why she had these outbursts. So people, listen to your intuition. Brittany Murphy says that too. Listen to your intuition. If you feel that something is not right, don't do it just for the sake of doing it or for the sake of peer pressure. Just, pull the brakes, stop a little, step out of the situation and assess. Assess. What is it? What is really going on there? What is your intuition trying to say? So that's what she's saying. She says, reach out for help, especially now because so many things are happening in the world. So many more things are going to happen to the world. And it's meant to bring the collective together and it's meant to bring us all together. And of course, there are people who resist, who are more on the dark side. But still, it's not like it used to be 10 or 20 years ago. That's what she's saying. People are a lot more open. That's one of the good things that the internet and social media has brought on, that we have access to information and we have access to other people. And we need to take advantage of that in the sense that if we need help, it's easy to get that help now. You've got support groups on Facebook, you've got support groups on other platforms, even on YouTube. You can, Google therapists who explain certain things, and you can get some kind of like you can get answers through that too. She's saying that was her detriment basically, but she said that was a contract. That was a contract that she had with her mom, not Simon. I thought at the beginning it was with Simon, it was with her mom,
Wow.
not Simon. That contract. So because her mom pretty much instigated everything and her mom pretty much led her to her demise.
And now her mom's alone.
Her mom is alone now in a home. I see her, it's like a very tiny room, white walls, like there's nothing there practically. She seems very aged. I've never seen her mom. I feel like what I see when she was younger. Oh, when Brittany was around, did she have red hair or strawberry blonde hair?
Mhm.
Okay, because that's how I saw her when during the whole reading. When we were talking about her mom, that's exactly how I saw her. And then when I saw her in the home, when you ask what she's doing now, I just saw her really frail, gray roots, and yeah,
Wow.
she's not talking. I feel that she's not able to communicate anymore. Like, she's not talking to me. She's not speaking.
Wow.
Yeah.
That,
She's isolated, but at least she has some relatives there who are helping her financially, and they visit her from time to time. But her time is coming too. Brittany says she's gonna wait for her mom because she's forgiven her mom, and she knows now it was a contract, and that's what they needed in this. She said she had 3 lives with her mom,
wow.
and this is the last one because that's it. Contract fulfilled. It's done. Clean slate from now on.
Wow.
They don't even have to reincarnate together anymore. So Brittany says she's gonna wait on the other side for her.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a perfect way to end this.
Yeah. And she have a star necklace? I don't know if you know this, but she's showing me a star necklace. So she said, did she have a tattoo as well of a star? She's saying that she was always very sort of she loved stars, so she surrounded herself with jewelry that were stars, tattoos. She loved star tattoos. She had stars on her walls when she was a child. You know, these glow in the dark things. She's showing me a star. That's her symbolism. So for any Britney fans out there, you're probably going to get a nice little message from her. It might be a star sometime soon.
Wow.
And when you do, trust and believe it's Britney.
Yep.
Because she loves her fans. Because she knows she still has fans.
She does. She really, really does. Wow. Thank you,
Yeah.
Brittany.
Thank you, Brittany. I'm gonna send her off now. And Simon, he's lurking in that corner. He's wearing a suit. Why are you wearing a suit? It's not a party. Leave.
He's still fronting.
Oh my god, his energy. Dark hair, dark suit. Like, go.
Mm,
Ugh. Anyways, I really have to smudge after this.
me too.
Yeah. Well, that was another Walk of Femme reading. It was deep, it was intense. I'm starting to calm down now. My energy's kind of coming back to normal now again. And I'm gonna go watch the documentary now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Now I think it's the perfect time to watch it now. And I'll probably be texting you later a lot. Anyways, thank you everyone for being here, for watching our video. Please subscribe to both of us. Please like this video and like all the other videos that we've done as well, which I've added down below in the description box, and you've probably seen them pop up during the video, during this hour and a quarter or so of this video up there. Well, till next time, everyone, take care. Bye.